Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I am here this afternoon with the lovely Reality by Ashley for our Bravo Trash TV Talk and Wife Swap Episode 1 recap.
This is the second episode of our show, though,
Yes, it's a second
which is
episode.
very exciting.
Yes, yes. And if you guys haven't checked out our first episode, please do because we talked about Dr. Wendy and her arrest. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it on this episode. But we're going to focus first on the first episode of Real Housewives Wife Swap, which is a new show that premiered on Bravo last night. It will be on Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central Time. And last night's episode, the premiere was with Angie K from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It was supposed to be Dr. Wendy last week, but we know what happened with that. So, Ashley, what do we think about having Angie?
I was actually shocked. At last week, I said I didn't know if she was going to be good on the show, but I thought her episode was so great. And I think it was actually a good episode to start out with in the
Yes,
sense that like there wasn't like a ton of contention or anything, you know what I mean? I think it kind of just like eased people into kind of the humor of it a little bit, but I'm surprised. I loved it. I loved it, and I thought Angie did really good. And my husband was actually doing that thing where he watches it like from behind, like he's like creeping and being like, "Oh, this is funny." He
right.
did that too, so he liked it too.
I thought she did great. I thought she did great. And actually, and I can't believe I'm going blank on her name. Lindsay was the wife. What was the other wife?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story, but you talk about what you think.
Okay. I think Lindsay. Okay. First of all, I want to ask you: do you think it was kind of an appropriate swap, putting Angie off the grid and Lindsay on the grid?
There's a little bit of it that I think didn't work in the
Okay.
sense that the other wife, Lindsay, there was no transfer, not transformation, but there was no like light bulb moment for her or like a learning moment for her because she was so rooted in like her way kind of being that way. And she kind of gave a nod to Angie at the end that was like, "Oh yeah, I know it's stressful, so like I thought I was going to be, at the pool all day, and it's not that. There's like pressures." But I think she was like reaching to say that, and I just Angie kind of like learned so much from the process, and I just feel like the other wife ended up being the stalemate, where I thought that it was going to be the housewife that was going to like
Exactly.
not play along, you know what I mean? I feel like it was almost the other wife that didn't play along this time.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about Lindsay and her history. The reason why she's off grid is because she was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and she had to change her diet completely. And they decided that the off grid life was for them.
Mhm.
Personally, this city girl would not last 2.5 seconds off grid. Angie actually did really good for someone who is, in my mind, the furthest from being off grid.
Right. Yeah.
He did really
She embraced it, and I didn't know if she was going to. And it shows them like going to bed and stuff. So we know we talked last week about like the security guards watching
good.
them to like make sure whatever. But I do feel like Angie kind of immersed herself in the experience. So I
Yeah,
was kind of proud of that. I thought she did a good job.
yeah. So Angie K from A Glamorous Life in Salt Lake City found herself in Chillis, Ohio. Yeah.
I love how Electra was like, "You're gonna die." It's
Yeah.
like I've never even been to. I'm in the Midwest, and I go. I've been around. Like I've been to Kansas and things people probably haven't been to, but I have not even been to Idaho. Like I don't know anybody who's been to Idaho.
And neither do
It's
I.
not really a place people go. Like not. I don't think things happen there. It's not like, oh, Backstreet Boys are playing in
I
Idaho.
don't mean
That
to
that doesn't really
offend
happen.
any of my followers that may be from Idaho, but I don't know anyone from Idaho.
Well,
If you're
shout out to them. Like, if you're
if you're
out there in
watching
Idaho
us,
living it up, like, shout out to
if
you.
you're
Like, we love
watching
you.
us and you're from Idaho, please drop me a comment and let me know because I'm
Yeah.
sitting here thinking, and I'm like, I know someone from
Boise is the capital because I know all my capitals. Boise
I'm
is the
like,
capital. But,
I
like, I
know,
don't even know what's going on in is there a downtown Boise scene?
well, I don't know.
Angie kind of found it, though, going out to that cowboy bar.
Girl. Okay, so first let's talk about when the wives had to live by each other's rules. So when Lindsay, the other wife, had to live Angie's life for one day.
One day,
One, it
let's
was
remind
one
you
day.
this was one
It's
day.
one day.
This girl couldn't even get her nails painted. She's like, I need to have the most natural color nails. It's like, you give me Angie K's Glam Squad for a day, I am gonna look crazy. Like, I will come out the other end just looking like a complete clown. And this woman wouldn't budge. She wouldn't budge at all, not even on the nail polish.
No.
And then all he did was like twist her hair kind of like this, and she's like, this isn't me. This isn't me.
I know.
Like curly hair, like how do you get it so straight? Like don't you have to use a hair like I don't know how, you know what I mean?
I don't get it.
She's yeah.
I don't get it. And yes, how does she get her hair so straight? Does she use a straightening iron?
I also noticed she was wearing towards the end of the episode she was wearing Hoka tennis shoes, which are like really trendy tennis shoes right now. So either she like was wearing Angie's clothes, which fair cuz I would do that too, but I'm sure she wasn't. But like I do question like those are like 100, I think they're over 100 like for these tennis shoes. And so I just kind of eyed that being like, okay, how off the grid really are you, you
And
know?
that's why I have you, girl, because I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like when they're doing the campfire kind of situation towards the end, and she's talking to Sean. So anybody who's like going to watch this again or for the first time after that, and then not to be too ADHD, but when you were saying it's on Bravo, I watched it today on Peacock. So it is airing the next day on Peacock, and so you can catch up.
Yes, it does air the next day on Peacock. I always forget that. So, okay, let's talk about when Angie had to do her chores for those 24 hours. In particular, changing the toilet.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
She,
it. I mean,
she,
I would do it, but I
she,
wouldn't live like that to begin with. It's not
no,
my cup of tea.
I know.
It's like
Angie
in
K.
exchange for what? Like it's peace or whatever, but is it peace if you have to do all that? Like if anybody lives kind of like what they would consider off the grid, tell us in the comments like what the appeal is, I guess. Cuz a silent like it's not really quiet. There's a bunch of crap. They have to be doing everything all the time. So
Yes,
where's the you're almost like more of a slave to your own surroundings at that point.
right. But Angie, she did good. I'm just picturing her changing the toilet bag again in my head.
Yeah.
And
It's
her bond with little Hazel. So mm,
I thought the bond with the kids was really cute, but then at the same time you're like, well, she gave him milkshakes for the first time like in 6 years. So
yeah, exactly.
the kids are like, "Don't go." They're like, "We don't want to go back to eating like raw grass or whatever." They're like, "We want to go to the milkshake place again." When she said she was taking them out to the things that they did, I just thought were so I feel like that's what I would do. Like I would get there and I would see the oxtail and I would be like, okay, my rule is we're going out to eat.
Exactly. Yep. That would
I wouldn't be able to. I mean, that's like exactly how I would have played that whole situation too.
Mhm. Oh no, yeah, definitely. And then taking him out to a bar for a date night. Two things were hysterical about that. One, that she actually came up with taking him out, and then the boys' reaction.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping you were gonna say that.
Like cheating on mom?
Well, they don't know anyone. They live on their own property. The lady's like, we're going to go out if they're like, they don't know anything that's going on. But I thought that the husband's reaction was pretty hilarious the whole time because obviously he has to act reluctant, whether he is or not. I mean, he could have been reluctant. That's totally fine too. But
Right.
for the sake of like, I mean, his wife is going to see this and stuff. He can't be like, whoa, I'm going to go out with Angie K, and like rip
Yay!
hair it up. Yay. So like he's got to be like, "Oh, this is weird. Like she's the fanciest thing that we've ever seen around here." And then
Right.
she's like sucking the drink off the floor and everyone's just like standing around watching it. It's like, "Sure." He's like, "I got to take my wife country dancing more often." It's like, "Girl, your husband or like your wife does not want to go country dancing.
No.
Your wife wants to bathe like in the yard."
Ugh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult any off-grid people, but what was up with that bathtub in the yard? That's where everybody
Do you
bathed.
think they show like the worst of the worst? Because like they made oxtail for dinner, and I think about this because you do like a lot of 90 Day Fiance things too. It's like I do wonder if like because it's not like he probably makes spaghetti. You know what I mean? Like on a regular night, like he probably has made like spaghetti or something, or like grilled a steak even or something like that. You know what I
I
mean?
think
So it's like to go right into the oxtail is that kind of for shock value of like this is the most extreme, food different, that we can get.
yes.
And she was a sport about it, but I would have immediately gone to a restaurant after that too.
Like fuck that. We are going out to eat.
Food I don't mess with. Like, I mean, and then I always think about they show like the memes of like the stuff that I would eat, like meatloaf or whatever, and they'd be like, someone else would think that meatloaf is gross because they're not used to it or whatever. And it's like,
Right.
okay, I get that, but this is a tale of an animal.
I know. So what did you think about Angie's storyline that she can't slow down because if she was to slow down her family was to fall apart, and she has to be go 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 all the time, and you know Sean and Electra wishes she would just chill the fuck out. I think Angie puts high expectations on herself.
Do you like totally buy that whole story? Like, do you think it was kind of like played up to show the contrast, or do you think Angie really is exactly like that?
Honestly, I think it's about 80-20. I think 80% it was played up for the cameras, but there's a little bit of Angie that is probably like that she feels like she's a perfectionist.
For sure.
Everything has to be perfect and stuff. But
It's
I
just crazy when they showed her running around like sweeping and like making the beds and stuff. And it's just, for me, I just know that if I lived like her and I had her money, I would have somebody do that. Like, I know that I don't have that kind of drive where like, even if I didn't have to clean, I would still be like busy cleaning or
right,
whatever. So
right,
if that is how she is, then she probably is strong real tight, because like if you can get, because she's like, I like cooking for my family and stuff, and it's like if you can get somebody to do it but you still choose to do it yourself, that there's she's taking on a lot in a way,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, she is. So, do you think that Angie learned is taking away any lessons and is going to slow down, or eh,
No, I mean, because she still has to film Housewives, you know what I mean? That's like she has to go back to her real life in a sense, I
right,
guess.
right?
But I don't think that other lady learned anything either. I don't think she's
No,
going to do anything different either.
no,
So I
not
think it
at
was
all.
just more for that. I think more about like not the repercussions, but just like the effects that it has on the kids. Like I want to see the debrief. One thing they didn't show was like them going back and the kids being like, okay, well, we had, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
we just ate sugar the whole time you were gone and didn't, and went
yes,
totally crazy. And like the husband has to be like, yeah, I took her out dancing and she was wearing like go-go boots or whatever. Like, we didn't get to see the debrief on that,
no,
unfortunately. Maybe there'll be a reunion.
maybe. So Angie posted some pictures,
Cute.
And I, like I said, her with the little girl, just
That one on the end, it does. It looks like they're a family. The
right,
guy looks happy about it.
right, doesn't he? And look, she is so cute. And Angie got down and dirty, holding snakes and everything else.
I love that she's still like wearing the sunglasses. Oh, and then the girl's wearing the sunglasses too. That's so
Yes.
cute.
And then she did a little watch party in her house last night, and
Cute. I saw this.
everyone
It's
was
cute.
there.
I was
And
trying to figure out who is. So is Electra the one on the far left of that photo? Is that Electra?
yes,
Okay. And
yes.
then Mary was there because she was in the episode. That was like a surprise cameo. Did we
We're
know that
gonna
was
talk-
happening?
Yes, no, I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I want to that Mary popping up when the other wife was in the backyard. Okay, so the other wife decided that one of her rules were they were gonna go off grid in the backyard for 24 hours. First of all, Electra, if she could have said fuck no, she would have blurted.
Did you notice at the very end, they're like, Electra can't say goodbye because she's at school? It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, she just wants you to get out, is what she
exactly
wants. She's like,
right.
take your weird crap and leave. Yeah,
So
Electra was not feeling it, but I don't know. How old is she? Like 14,
yeah,
15?
she's like 14, 15.
Yeah, 14. I would be like, she's like, I don't want to live off the grid. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean,
Electra,
if she would have had, she should have had a moment of like, oh, I learned something. I don't think she
right.
did. She just
No,
hightailed it out of there back to school.
no. But one thing that she did get into is when they built the garden in the corner of the backyard. She just wished it wasn't 94 degrees while they were trying to do the garden. But she got into that a little bit.
Yeah, you got to meet people on their like
Right.
level. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think the garden is cool. I hope she that'd be interesting to find out like if Angie kept up with it or not.
Yes. So Mary shows up just as the other wife was gutting a fish.
And that's what I mean by extreme too, is like you're like can't you
Yes.
make some hot dogs over the grill or
No.
something? You know what I mean? Like what are you doing? Like this is this really your normal life is to like gut a fish? I mean that's off I mean, yeah, some people it is. That's off the grid. That's really off the grid. But I still think you can make normal food, right?
But the whole thing why she's living off the grid is because she can't eat processed stuff like hot dogs.
Yeah.
And I guess growing your food off the grid is healthier even than buying it organic in the supermarket.
True,
And
cuz
I
not wrapped in
would imagine it's
plastic.
cheaper too in the long run to grow your own shit than to buy it in the
I
super.
do feel like it's like the ultimate goal that like
Mhm.
nobody's ever going to reach except for this lady. So I mean, good for that.
Right.
And I
Right.
do think it is good. It's very like or farm to table organic. So maybe not hot dogs, but
Right. But still gutting a
I just hope the water in their area is good, like the fish
yeah.
are healthy. I don't know. I don't know all about that. I don't believe in like packing things with chemicals, but you gotta think like a little bit of chemicals to just get like skim the top off. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So yeah,
Hmm.
if I was going to give this season premiere a grade, I would give it a solid A minus.
Yeah, I think that's great too. I think it was really good. And then I just think that there was a few little things that
Right.
it'll be interesting to see how that, like how our critiques go to like the next episode with that wife, you know?
Mhm.
Because I don't know what's the opposite. Like, how are they doing this? Like, is every opposite wife person like off the grid? Or like, how do they find the
I think
opposite
that
of like
they're just
certain.
trying to find opposites. Like, I think Melissa and the wife that she's swapping with, like Melissa is supposedly like really organized and strict, and she has like her family structured in a certain way, and this other chick is totally like do whatever you want.
I mean, we talked about this too, but they are playing up these like
They are.
sub personalities
I
or
like
whatever,
Melissa has family values.
right? And then just, oh yeah, and then we talked about how she's like really into meat. I think the woman she swaps with is like a vegan family.
Yes,
So
yes.
maybe there's always an element of like food challenge to it, you know what I mean? They didn't really show what Angie's family eats. It's like sounds a lot like feta cheese for the most part.
It's Greek.
Not that I don't love it.
Everything is
I
Greek.
do love feta cheese. I really do. So I'm not dogging on that. I just she's always cooking and then they're always eating like feta cheese salad. I don't know.
So she's always cooking stuff with feta cheese. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows?
Yum.
So, do we even know which one is going to be next week? Is it Melissa that's coming up
I
next?
think so, yeah. And then well, we'll talk about it, but then the other episode will be I think it's like sandwiched in.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so too. So, Us Weekly did an article about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City
Hmm.
because apparently it's one of the best shows on TV right now.
Yes, and I'm on record saying that as of like the first freaking episode also. I've loved Salt Lake from the very beginning.
Me
So
too.
I'm so glad that everybody's come like around to it.
Yes.
This is the
From the
best.
minute that Mary told Jen Shaw that she smelled like hospital, that's it. That
It
that
starts so strong. It like the
that did it
season,
for
like
me.
the first, like the beginning of season one or whatever. It just starts
Yes.
so strong.
And I've been binge watching again. I've been going back and watching the episode. And they are so,
The season that had Monica on it,
oh
right?
yes.
I remember there was like a time period where I was just watching like I think it was actually just when that aired live, but like every week I would watch like all the episodes leading up to that one and then watch it again. And so I was like really into that. So
Yes. So look at these fucking gorgeous
oh
pictures.
yeah, the swimsuits or the some of them in swimsuits.
Yes. Well, Mary didn't wear a swimsuit because of her religion. She
Correct.
opted out. So she called this her swimsuit dress.
I like it. I mean, it matches. I mean, all the colors look good together.
Yes. So
Are you gonna say why Whitney didn't wear a swimsuit?
they didn't say why Whitney didn't wear a swimsuit.
I'm surprised she didn't wear the skimpiest one of all of them.
Yep,
Like, I would have been. I'm
exactly.
shocked actually, because they're all
Exactly.
pretty covered up for the most part.
And then we have this shot.
Yeah, I feel like she really. I don't know. I'm surprised she didn't take her shot. I guess it's low cut, but
And this is
so cute. I don't like Bronwyn. I'm actually not the hugest fan of Mary that much either, but this is a
oh,
cute
I love
picture.
Mary. I do. I love
It's just a quirky housewife thing for me. I'm not always like in love with those that they're like people like them because they're like kind of weird. And then I just the participation as far as like she dodges like she'll sit in a van or she'll sit at a different table or she won't come to a certain thing or whatever. I think that's kind of getting over. I mean, I think she's like really getting more into it,
oh
but
yes, yes.
I don't know. And then Bronwyn is whatever. I could
I could do
honestly, I
without
could barely even get through last season because of her, but that's a whole different story.
yeah, I could do without Bronwyn, to be honest. Brittany, on the other hand, um, I don't know. What do you think of Brittany?
I don't know. I think that she has like a huge impact for nobody liking her apparently, and then they showed like the new thing going around is the map of like where everybody lives. I guess she lives like 45 minutes away from where most of the other housewives live. So it's like the joke was like she's driving 45 minutes for everybody to
Oh,
tell her that she
no.
sucks or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, the impact, everybody's always talking about her.
Yeah,
Isn't that what this is all about? Is like, who are
exactly.
we talking about? I mean, we're not, there's people we're not talking about.
Hmm. I mean, I don't want to talk about Bronwyn. Okay.
For sure, you know? Oh, here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna blow this up so everyone could see this.
See, like, so right there, like, this is right, well, it's not the first one, it's the seventh one, I guess. But there's Brittany with her hair.
High body count hair. That was fucking hysterical. That was an Angie line to insult Brittany, and I found that funny as fuck.
I like that hair.
Okay,
It's
wait
kind of
one.
like my hair. I just had to pull it back a little bit. I like that hair. What's wrong with that?
and then and then we were just talking about this. You smell like hospital. Comes in at number 6.
I mean, that was such a. I am interested to see what the other ones are if that's
Wait,
number
wait, we're coming.
6.
We're coming. We're coming.
Oh,
Number
you can leave. Yeah.
number 5 is that famous dinner party. Once again, Angie is involved in this. You can leave. Remember that?
That episode was so good.
Okay. And then we have where Lisa was caught with
The hot mic, yeah.
the hot mic moment.
It's a dumb fucking yeah, I love that. It's awesome. That was
Heather's,
awesome too. That was iconic. People said she staged that or whatever, but I don't it was so iconic, it doesn't matter.
Heather's black eye.
Stupid. Stupid, stupid. She still never admitted it. What were they like scissoring or something? I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go
right.
there. Isn't that what happened? She like got kicked in the face or something?
Something like what?
That's what happened, guys. Like let's just move on with our lives. Like they were doing this or whatever and then
Right.
like the eye like her eye got involved somehow.
Exactly. Somehow.
And she never admitted it and then they drawed it out and they drawed it out and then she still was like I fell or whatever. It's like, bitch, no you didn't.
And number 2, the Monica episode. Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots.
That's how good this show is that's number 2,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like, oh my god, that
Yes.
is like I've
You
seen
would
that
think that
episode
would
probably
be
more than any Housewives episode. I've
exactly.
watched that episode more than any Housewives episode
And
ever.
you would think that that would be number 1.
Hmm.
Because that
I
was,
peeked at what it was and I understand why, but like
yeah.
that's pretty
Because,
impressive that that's how
because of
good that
course,
show is.
because number 1 was when the SWAT team pulled up looking for Jen Shah.
Right. And it's like how do you compete with that, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, you can't really compete with that. I think scandal wise, but this is what I'm saying is like that was bigger scandal wise because the FBI was involved. But like the second biggest scandal was like an entire person was like pretending to be someone else.
I know.
That's
I
so good. It's
know.
so good.
It's so good. So,
And not a Bronwyn moment to be
no,
listed.
you see 2 Angie moments
And a Britney moment.
and a Brittany moment, but
But no
no Bronwyn moment.
Bronwyn.
No Bronwyn.
It's like her
No.
bumblebee outfit or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, we have to throw this in. I'm sorry. This is Angie back in the day.
Yeah, she's talking about looks and surgeries and this is you. That was what her high school yearbook photo and she's like in what her early 50s maybe.
Yes.
So like you're going to look different. Obviously she's not going to wear that hair like that anymore.
The bangs are definitely out.
Yeah, right. Is that high body count hair, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Girl, own
so.
it. Like live up to that. What if that happened? What if that kind of hair came back? Like, because they kind of bring back everything, you know?
All
What if
right.
people were like, we need to tweeze the crap out of our hair and have poofy bangs?
We want high body count hair. Can I have the high body count hair, please?
Yeah, you just have to go get Sean to to do it.
I think the Chinese guys who freaking blow out my hair will look at me like I'm crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, no. So you have to go to Sean.
Yeah.
What is his last name? It's not Katstanovich or whatever, right? It's like Sean Miller, probably.
Right.
Shout out to Sean Miller. Just keeping all of our hair in line.
So before we talk about some miscellaneous tea that I want to talk about, did you have any other feelings about the show?
I'm excited for the next one
Me too.
because I'm interested to see if Melissa goes as deep as Angie did. Um, I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about on that, but I thought that it was interesting that like Angie stopped wearing makeup. This is what I mean. It's like Angie by the end of it like stopped wearing makeup and she did all this thing and then the other wife didn't have any kind of like realization. So now I'm just really curious like next week, you know, the vegan wife's not going to be like, okay, yeah, you're right. We're all going to eat cheeseburgers.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
hells no.
it'll be interesting to see, like, the what happens with that, I guess. And I like
What do
Melissa.
you big
I mean, I'm not a
fat
Jersey fan. Yeah, I'm not a Jersey fan. I don't get into that drama. So just like objectively, I think like Melissa's pretty, and I'm curious enough about what she's gonna be like in some kind of like off grid situation, I
Right,
guess.
right. Well, we shall see next week.
I'm excited.
Me and you will be here to cover it. So the first thing I want to talk about this, I'm truly heartbroken. MJ from Shaws of Sunset files for divorce from Tommy.
This hit Twitter hard, I feel like. Everyone was very sad about this. I'm sad that she's filing on him. Not that it wouldn't be less sad the other way around, but
Yes.
you don't like to see it.
I had high hopes for these two. I really thought that they were going to be for the long term, and it really sucks because they have a child together,
Yeah.
and he's probably going to move back to the East Coast because he was always an East Coast guy, so he'll probably move back to New York, and she'll still be in LA, and it's just
If that's what they want, that's what they want, I guess. They
Mhm.
made it the 7-year itch or whatever they call it.
Yes, yes, they did 7 year itch.
So obviously it just wasn't meant to be at that point, I guess. It's hard. It's hard when people get married like during TV. You know what I mean? And like on TV or like them when they get married and then it's like they're getting divorced and so it's like okay, well, now we're watching those episodes again.
Yes, I know.
Awkward.
I know, I know. So, do you think we're going to have a second season of NYC?
There is, yes. Everybody's back. Yes, there is a second season. They're already filming it. Every single person's back, including Charlie. As far as I know, there's nobody new. I'm sure they'll sneak somebody in, but thank God they're not like trying to promote somebody new. It's the exact same cast, which I think is freaking brilliant. Like, just give them a minute. Like, I think every show needs to be like that. I'm thinking of Salt Lake, which we were just talking about, and like the between season 1 and season 2 there wasn't a huge change and I think that there still hasn't really been that much of a
No,
change
there
in their
hasn't.
cast and I
No,
think that that's really really what the important like the sweet spot is or whatever is like when the people are they have relationships with each other, right? So it's going to be the same cast and this is part of their filming. It was somebody's birthday, I think.
right. So, is Hudson returning as well?
He's not coming back.
Okay.
They're broken up, and I'm sure they'll talk about it on camera. But as far as I know, they said he's not returning. So I
Okay.
don't think he's gonna like linger around and like fight about it or whatever. I think
Right.
he's probably just gone.
Okay. So now, Ashley, do you think Julie is the worst housewife ever?
Oh my gosh! Based on Housewives or based on off of Housewives?
Both. Tell me what you think of her on Housewives first.
Not necessarily any better, but what I'm saying is like, is it like a moral thing, or are you talking about just like how she does as
I
a
think that
housewife?
she's very thirsty. She will do anything she can to make sure she secures her seat on Housewives, even if it ruins her marriage.
Yeah, this is the one with the wife though that was like saying, or was she the one saying? One of them was saying like that they didn't believe in adoption or something like that.
Yes.
What was the deal with that? That's what I meant by like, are we talking morally or are we talking? Because
Well,
I think her wife said some crazy stuff and then like she just defended her wife. I think
and
is
then
that
they wound up adopting anyway.
really?
Yes.
I'm on like the periphery of this story. So I just told you what I thought I knew about it. So then for that to happen, like I didn't even know it was about their own adoption.
I'm not sure if it was about their own adoption or if it was being said in a general
Right.
type way, but they adopted two little boys. And I just hate what I feel like Julia's tendency to do whatever she can. It doesn't matter how outrageous it is, whether it's kissing Kiki, or doing something crazy like that, or at the tell all saying that her and Adriana slept together.
That that's if that's what she would have said, it would have been half as scandalous, but that's the way she put it was like even crazier than that. I'm not even going to say the words. We'll have to like bleep them all out, but
Right,
that was wild the way she dropped that.
right.
And like I said, I'm not like I'm on like kind of the outside of this, and the fact that I know like as much about that, that was big. Like I go, I'm kind of in the world of like what Twitter is talking about, and that was
Right.
a big one. That was
And
a
then
ripple.
Asian mortician. That's all
I
I.
don't know. Yeah, I'd need to see more, but it sounds crazy. And I'm trying to think of like who would you compare that to? Like who's another housewife you think would like do anything to be, you know what I mean? Is there anybody else who's willing to be so like wild?
Let's think. Out of all of the franchises,
I feel like maybe Whitney on Salt Lake in the beginning when she was like walking around all like naked and dropping the
I feel
cake or
like to a
whatever,
certain extent,
the stripper pole.
Sutton, the way that she reacts to situations, and how sometimes you can't even have a conversation with her and she starts acting like a total lunatic. You know what I mean? Like,
I have my own theories about her, but I put her in the same category when you were talking about Mary Kazi. Like I put Sutton and Mary Kazi in the exact same
okay,
category as like that's just not what I like F with or whatever. I'm not really here to see like the quirk fest, and like they are rich.
okay,
Sutton is a quirk fest, and so is Mary Kazi, and it's just not my thing. It's just I feel like Katie from Potomac was kind of in that boat. I feel like Kim from Beverly Hills is kind of in that boat
yeah.
where it's like more of a everybody's like laughing at the person and I'm feeling concerned for them.
Kim, you are
That's
absolutely
not my favorite kind of housewife at all. Is like if I'm concerned about them, like we're it's not glamorous.
right. Yeah, definitely not glamorous if we're worried about them. Okay, so now a little follow up on Dr. Wendy and Happy Eddie. So, first of all, she came out with her own statement. Okay. And she says, and through it all, God remains faithful. Thank you for the outpouring of love, support, and prayers for myself, and most importantly, my family during this time. We are forever grateful. And then don't forget to tune in.
Yeah. Plug. She's got to make that money, right?
I,
Housewives get paid by the episode that they are in. If they are in the episode, well, I think that's every reality show. If
yeah,
you're in the episode, you get paid for the episode. If you're not in the episode, you're not, right? So she's got to be like, guys, watch this shit.
yeah, watch it.
Get my money. I mean, is she going to owe? So how does that work just real quick legally? Does she owe any money or like did they just do jail time or is there any kind of like fee?
I, they probably will be restitution. She's probably going to have to pay back restitution of some sort.
So just it's just not a good idea. Like now she's I mean not that she's not obviously she's more screwed than she was. But
Right.
now she's like more financially screwed than she was.
Not a good idea. That's why she needs this money. And that's why this is good for her that they brought her episode back, because then she'll get paid for this episode. So this will air on Sunday, November 9th. So they're
Yeah.
just sticking it in at the
Yeah, there's just sandwiching it right in.
yeah,
Wendy's very proud that this episode is airing, like I said again, because that means she'll probably get paid for it.
right.
But what is Bravo's angle here with pulling the episode and then bringing it back?
I think pulling the episode was their knee jerk reaction. They said, okay, she definitely cannot open the series. Let's pull her episode until we figure out what we're going to do. And it looks like since it's airing on a Sunday night, they're probably going to stick it on the tail end of an episode of Potomac.
So it's like its own thing now at this
Yeah,
point.
because it's not even airing on Tuesday night like the
So
rest.
they really are just so Bravo wants their money too, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And they're just gonna exploit this as like the shock and awe of like following the episode of Potomac. Look what happened to the what look what happened next.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's a bad idea for Wendy.
No.
I get that she wants the money, but if the episode makes her look bad, how does that help her in any way right now?
But apparently, she wants to make sure that people are concentrating on the fact that her episode is coming back.
Me too, bitch. Our episode's coming back next week. We're recording it on Tuesday. Like, you better watch that shit.
Like, oh my goodness. So, All About the Tea got an email from Wendy's PR team asking for a correction to their post where they said that her episode was pulled, but it was pulled. Like, I don't get it. They're technically not wrong. It was pulled, and now
It's
then
returning. It's not officially pulled. I mean, it was pulled
right,
past tense.
right,
But
exactly,
I've always had issues with this too, just like in general, with like you write an article and it's relevant in the moment, right? But then something changes. What becomes of that, article? Like what becomes of that like it's still happened. It still existed. We can't
right.
like scrub the news for like, oh, we were wrong about this, so we're going to take all the articles out. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right? That completely logical thing. I don't know.
yeah,
Wendy doesn't get it.
I know. No,
I think it's funny that the account that happened with just posted that instead and
right.
just aired out that dirty laundry.
Why the hell not? I would have done the same thing if I would have gotten that email from
You would have for sure. You for sure would have
yeah.
done that. I don't know. Nobody DMs me, so I don't know what I would do yet, but
Well, girl, I
watch
don't know.
yourself.
You might get some DMs
Oh
after
no.
because you beat Angela's
I really
ass.
did
Oh,
forgot or not forgot, but like I didn't know we were going to be talking about this. The 13% guys? No, it's fair. It's totally fair. I get it.
so Angela Dean from 90 Day Fiance, for those of you that are totally confused right now, decided to deep throat a beer bottle.
Are we? Yeah, let's just call it that.
And then when Ashley saw, she said, wait a second.
I saw that picture and I was like, I have a picture of myself exactly like that. I thought the beers were the same. She's drinking Bud Light and I guess I'm drinking Miller Light. I
Mhm.
thought it was the same, but yeah, no, I was like, oh my God. The 13% who picked Angela, though, shout out to my haters. That's hilarious. That, I mean,
On
either
my
they just hate me, which is hilarious, or they're like into guilt
or
vibes or something.
or listen, or I get a lot of people that tell me I hit the wrong thing.
Oh,
I'm like,
funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
14% user error.
yeah, like I hit the wrong thing. I didn't mean to hit Angela. Or
That's me tweeting like my bullshit. Oops. I hit send. I hit the wrong thing.
whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Well, do you have any last thoughts about anything, Angie's episode, stuff going on in the Bravo world that you just want to be like, this is fucking stupid?
Well, I was really excited that you talked about Next Gen NYC. I didn't think you were gonna bring that up. I should have probably looked at the notes, I guess. But I love that show. I rewatched it and it holds up, and I think that it is a very good like future of Bravo. So I'm
Yes.
gonna make the suggestion that if you haven't seen it, I mean, it's insipid. It's rich nepo babies like complaining about being rich nepo babies. So like, don't get on your high horse and then watch it. Like, just, you
Don't
know,
take it too
let loose.
seriously.
Don't take it too seriously. Like, put yourself in that mindset of like early Vanderpump Rules, where like the people actually had to work at the restaurant kind of a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
just take yourself back to being 20, and it's
I
actually
mean,
really good.
yes, and being 20 and being the child of a reality star, because we have Brooks Marks,
Yeah.
Meredith's son.
Hmm.
We have Gia, Teresa's daughter, Riley, Candy's daughter.
Yeah. Yep.
So like these are like reality star kids
Right.
mixed with these, trust
Other like
fund babies.
rich kids the same age that it kind of blends in. I thought, the Housewives kids did well for the most
Yes,
part, but I was surprised the other people are actually kind of the some of the breakout stars, I guess.
yeah.
But
Who would you consider a breakout star from the other people? The other people.
Amira, I think, is a big one. I think Amira is like, I think whether this show goes on or whatever, I think she's gonna do really cool things.
Yes.
And then the last thing that we're just gonna like wrap up is that I'm going to BravoCon, and I don't know, like people are not saying like, oh yeah, I'm going too, even though apparently like 26,000 people go or whatever. And I have not heard from one person being like, oh my god, yeah, I'm going too. So in the comments, if you see this and you're going to BravoCon, let me know because that would be cool. So,
Girl, did you know I went to the first BravoCon in New York City?
oh, did you?
I gotta send
Hilarious.
you pictures. I'll send you pictures when we get.
Yeah, that's the other thing too is like nobody posts. I'm not seeing like people post pictures or like I want to see more of that. So like my shout out to the universe is like BravoCon content. Like I want it. I'm
Okay.
excited to like go and experience it and I want to see like what other people have done. So
When is it again?
it's like the 14th through the 16th, I think, of November.
Okay.
I'll be there Thursday through Sunday.
All right, cool.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. So if anybody's going, let
Yeah, if
me
anybody is
know.
going, like hit me up. I'm
Yeah,
interested.
hit Ashley up. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for this week. And if you guys have any suggestions of any stuff that you want us to cover on Bravo, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, I
And
love the comments. I didn't even know there was comments last time because I can't see the comments right now. Are we
well,
getting comments?
no, not right
Oh,
now.
oh, got it.
When I upload it and they comment, drop
Right.
a comment. Let us know if there's anything specific that you want us to cover.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week to cover Wife Swap and Melissa's episode, which
Yeah.
will be interesting.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So, well, thank you, girl. I had so much fun. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll see you next
Yeah,
time.
we'll see you next week.
Yep. See you next week. Bye, everyone.